Hi, my name's Jo Tan. I'm the owner of Scrumptious Cakes by Design based in Manukau, New Zealand, and also an ambassador for Pettinice. Today I'm going to show you a fun way of covering a cake using marbling, and we're also going to do some troubleshooting regarding bubbles. Get those pesky bubbles out of your cake to get a nice smooth finish. I've been having a lot of fun with all this Pettinice and mixing lots of colours, so I've used purple, green and blue and white. Mix them together, roll it together a bit. See how already those colours are marbling together? And you want to mix it, because we're going for a kind of a water effect, you want to mix it till you're happy with it. So for me, I think that's a bit too bolder contrast, so we're just going to keep mixing it a bit more in. Look at that, how beautiful that is, those colours. Getting there. Getting there. I reckon that's looking pretty nice, actually. Move this to the side a little bit. Roll it out, and then because we've used Sprink, we're going to be able to choose whichever side we like best to use. Using my great grandmother's rolling pin. Solid wood, you don't get them often like that anymore. Look at those colours. Now, halfway through rolling, I like to just pick it up and put down some more Sprink just to make sure you're gonna roll out your beautiful colours and it's going to stick to the board, which means you're going to have to start all over again. Look at that, gorgeous. Just about there. Nice, beautiful, bold colours on this side. That almost looks like the Earth, doesn't it, from the moon. I think we're ready to rock and roll. So, I've got my cake here. I'm going to pick it up, our rolling pin, drape it over. I'm using a wet cloth just to put under my turntable to stop it from slipping anywhere. See there, that's lovely and stable now. And my first effort to not have any air bubbles, I'm going to cornflour the top of my cake and smooth it out. Can you see, as I'm smoothing, the air is being pushed out? This is before, see, can you see there? You see there, I'm just pushing it all out as much as I can before I seal down the sides. Do your best with this. We can go back later and get the rest of them out. So then we're going to finish covering the cake. Pushing down gently as we go, starting at the top and working our way down. The best thing with this is after we cut off the remnants, you can use that to cover your board, because it won't matter if it's not exact because it's marbled. You can make matching flowers out of it or all sorts. So we'll cut it off now. tidy up the covering job and make sure we haven't got any air bubbles. Right, we're just going to clean down my turntable here. Cake board, a little bit more corn flour, just enough to dry the surface. Flip it over. Now as we push it down, as we go around, there's going to be air bubbles. And see, I'm pushing it down gently. Now can you see there's an air bubble forming there because I've just pushed it down and pushed it flat. This is where I bring in acupuncture needles first off because they make a lot smaller hole, and then we go back to our household pins. Best to boil these before you use them, just, you know, health and safety. So we're just putting a hole in there, see if it'll come out. With that one, it worked. If it doesn't work, you'll use this just because it has makes a bigger hole, so it gives more of a chance for the air to get out. So we've done that. We carry on pushing it down as we go around. See that elephant skin there, those cracks? As you push those down, they're just coming out. You won't be able to see them anymore. So we're going to use a knife and just trim off the excess that you've pushed down too far. Billow this back out so that it's not going to get in your way as you turn the cake back over. And then you can see you've got a lovely sharp edge. So now we've got to fix the bottom of the cake as well. We're just pushing that down, the same as we pushed the top down, really. Easy peasy. Okay to leave it like that for a while because it actually, this icing holds your cake in place. So what you're going to do is you're going to go around and you're going to be able to feel any bubbles. As you can see, there's a bit going on there. Here's a nice big one. So we can see this bubble here. We'll try with our acupuncture needle first, make a hole, push it out. As easy as that. Really is. Sometimes you get two smoothers on the go. So then we're going to trim off the bottom, just gently taking a knife along the side of the cake. So you're cutting it straight up and down, not in, not out, straight up and down with the cake, because you can do the cut more than once, but once you've cut off too much, then that's too late. Also, when we go around, do you see these cracks here? These can be simply fixed. You just push them down, push them out. See that crack there? Push it out. Gone. Another crack there. Push it down, push it out. Gone. You're done using your needles now, so count them. Make sure you haven't lost any in your fondant and put them away safely. Don't put them into this halfway through using them because they're meant to be boiled and clean. So once you put them into here, they're not so clean anymore. So at the end, put them into there. So we're just about finished. We're going to make some beautiful marbled shells to go on the top of our ocean-inspired cake. And the colours I'm going to use today, you can find in our colour mix on the Pettinice website. We're using the 150:1 for the green, 125:1 for the pink, and 101 for this lovely blush gorgeous. Right, so we'll just put them to the side for the minute, and we're going to cover our board now. We're going to use the rest of our offcuts from our cake earlier. We probably don't want that much because I want to add more purple just to add a little bit of depth to the marbling so that it looks different from the actual cake, almost like a darker part of the ocean being on the floor. So we're going to just mix it together as we did earlier. Beautiful. Those colours going, we're just going to roll it out onto our board. Notice I didn't put anything down, just put the icing straight on the board. Rolling it out thin now. My grandmother's rolling pin creaking as I'm pushing down on it there. Beautiful colours coming up again. Good thing with Pettinice, got a little bit of a crack, just apply a little bit of warmth of your hand, a little bit of pressure, no longer there. Lovely. So our board is ready to rock and roll. A little bit of glue, edible glue on the board, and we're going to put our cake on. Beautiful, just as easy as that. We'll put that to the side now and we'll work on our shells. Here we are making our lovely shells. So we're just using a chocolate mold, plastic chocolate mold, but using our Pettinice, bit of Sprink, and just spray it over the whole thing. And then I've marbled my 3 colours that we talked about earlier. Just going to push, roll in a ball. We'll do this one here. Push it in. Push it in. Make sure you push it down so that you get the indentations on it. You can even lift it up and you can see if there's any air bubbles. That looks pretty good to me. Here's some I did earlier. So we're just going to leave that like that and maybe put it in the fridge for 10 minutes. So now we're going to put some brown sugar on our cake, and that's going to be our sand. So we have organic coconut sugar today, but you could just use any brown sugar or even coloured white sugar. And I'll just see if I can get a spout going here so we don't have to use too much. Just a little cut in the top of the bag there we go. And I'm going to paint on a little bit of, this is half jam, half water, sieved. So it just works like a glue. We're just going to do just like a crescent on the top here of sand, just like a little reef in the middle of our ocean. And gently sprinkle it on. And if you don't cover all the jam, it doesn't matter because it'll dry, you won't be able to see it. Gently push it out. There we go. And try and get that. Look at that looks cool. And you can even put a little bit around the bottom of your cake, maybe the opposite. Just guide it in the right direction. And that just provides a nice contrast to your blue marble as well. So we'll clean up here now and then get our lovely shells out of the fridge and finish our cake. We're going to put our shells straight out of the fridge onto our cake now. So we're going to use a kebab stick, push it in, turn it out, as easy as that. The Sprink makes it so easy to come out. I say that. Some aren't going to work. See what a mess I've made over at the bottom? Up the top, still absolutely fine to use. We'll just overlap that one. Perfect. So these were in the fridge approximately 10 minutes. If you leave it longer, it doesn't matter, really doesn't matter. So we're going to get our jam again, a little bit on the bottom, and put it on top of our sand. We'll just put it sporadically around. Down here just to tie it all in. Look how easy that is. It's so cute. It's always good to have odd numbers. And there we are. Shells and sand on our beautiful ocean-inspired cake. Thanks for watching. I'm Jo Tan.